Talk to him.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold. Classic.
I'm only gonna do this once.
Classic.
Yeah. It's the best daytime live show on all streaming platforms. It's the Classic Codes. You know I gotta come to the ring, man.
Fighting out of the southpaw stance. Standing at 6'2", 190 pounds. I give you, boy, I'm made different. I work too hard. Ain't no way I ain't getting paid different. This from the dirt, this from the mud. You ain't slave with me. This was strictly for my homies that was brave with me. Looking at you side eye if you ain't with real life. I seen a couple people try and it ain't in pretty. I only keep the people around that stood on 10 with me. And if they start to stand on 9, that's where it end with me. It can end quickly. And the way I level up, I make them spin differently. I should start a foundation. They be make-a-wishing me. I got these hoes in the fence. They can't seem to get to me. Babe, I done mastered discipline. It take more than booty cheeks. Need a little more conversation, cause I still be trying to see. I be listening with my eyes. Yeah, I still be trying to see. I be moving like the prize. You can't find another me. Let's get focused. Yeah. It's Classic with the Classic Codes, and I got another great live show for y'all today. Y'all seen the intro. We actually starting off with the sports segment to get things going. But before we do, I need you to go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn the notifications up. And if nothing else, be active in the chat and be active in the comment section so we can have a conversation, whether you agree or disagree, because we got to crack these codes, man, by any means necessary.
I know you see me trying to crack the code.
Yes, Lord. So we're not going to waste no time. I'm actually on a time restriction today. I got some things I got to do, but we have a lot that we have to get to at the same time. So we got 2 different pieces of sports coverage today, and then we'll cut the live off on the Classic Code Sports. So if you are here from Classic Code Sports, just know it will be a segmented portion of this live. The rest of the live stream will continue on the Classic Codes on YouTube and Twitch. So whichever way you prefer to get it, you know what I mean? But yeah, so we starting off with 2 sports segments, and then we got our regular 4 segments. We got a reaction video, we got a TikTok reaction, we have a code language conversation, and we have a question of the day. So we don't have any time to waste. Let's get right to it. So we starting off in sports. Gervonta Davis's charges have been dropped. Who does he fight now? So all legal action on Gervonta Tank Davis has been dropped. He is free and clear to resume with, the sport of boxing, with his career, with whatever his next move is. He is free and clear to move into that path. So we're discussing what are his potential routes that he could take. Well, here's the thing. If I know anything about Tank Davis, I do know that he gonna fight somebody that we don't want to see him fight most, right? So whoever like the top 2 or 3 people you want to see Tank fight is not them, right? So let's get to like 4 or 5. I think 4 or 5 would be like the Roach rematch. I think that the Roach rematch is something that I don't know if Tank wants to even bother with. And it's also maybe one of those fights that he maybe didn't necessarily want, you know what I mean, in the first place, but it probably made business sense. Sometimes it make business sense and it don't make athletic sense, right? Like as the athlete, as the actual performer, this fight ain't getting you real turned up. You know what I mean? I think if you pay attention to Gervonta Tank Davis's energy, his body language, his enthusiasm, the way his charisma turns on and off, things like that, you can tell he was a lot lighter. Spiritually, he was a lot lighter and a lot more enthused about the sport of boxing in the build up to the Frank Martin fight. He was trolling. He was humorous. He was relaxed. He even fought like he was enthused, like he was happy to be back in the sport of boxing, like he was happy to be around the sport again. When Tank fought Frank Martin from round 1, he was on top of his game plan. He was on top of his game plan from round 1, and it worked. like a charm. You understand? It was poetry in motion. From round one, he was on his game plan. He broke the man down systematically, and then he was able to get a stoppage victory. So, as far as his future, I don't know. Like, I'd be shocked based on the way Tank Davis's team and him, sign off on fights and pick opponents is normally something that's marketable, but it isn't the fight that we're looking for. So do I think Tank, now that he's free and clear legally, do I think he's going to go and sign that Shakur fight? No. It would be an outlier. It would be outside of what we would consider the norm to be for Tank Davis. Let's just talk about it. Did we ask for the Santa Cruz fight? No. We didn't ask for the Santa Cruz fight. Did we ask for the Gamboa fight at that point in Gamboa's career? Did we ask for the Gamboa fight? No. Did we ask for the Hector Garcia fight? Did we ask for Hector Garcia? No. Tank don't fight the people we want him to fight. So now that his charges are dropped, when you say what fight do I think is next, something off-brand for sure. I think that, you can probably definitely bet your ass that it's not going to be, somebody in the top three. Who are your top three people you want to see Tank fight, chat? Who are your top three people you want to see him fight? What, Shakur? Aside from Shakur, what? Maybe Teofimo? Who else? Aside from Teofimo, Devin Haney's pretty much out of range, weight-wise, because now all of a sudden, even though Tank went up to 140 and was able to stop my boy that just fought Pacquiao. Well, I can't think of bro name right now. I actually like him too as a fighter. LS Teca, Mario Barrios. Yeah, Mario Barrios. So he went up to 140, fought Mario Barrios, stopped him, and then said he don't want to fight at 140 no more. I don't think Devin makes 140 anyway for a Tank fight. He probably would have to do something like 143, 144, something like that. But, skills pay the bills, right? So the Devin Haney fight still in my top three for Tank. You know what I mean? But the Roach rematch ain't in the top three fights I would want to see from Tank. So like I said, if you're thinking about who Tank is going to fight next, realistically, start at 4 on your list of fights you want to see him take. Start at 4 and work your way down all the way to fucking 15. Shit, I'd rather see him fight Gary Russell Jr. than see the rematch against Roach. And this ain't no diss to Lamont Roach. I want Lamont Roach and Shakur to line it up. Shakur trying to fight Teofimo. Teofimo is a historical duck. He's a historical duck, right? So Shakur trying to reel Teofimo in for a fight might be as difficult as getting Tank to sign the paperwork to fight you, Shakur. So I think Shakur should go ahead and fight Roach. Roach is a willing opponent. His cachet is up because of how he performed against Tank. I think both of you guys get a lucrative payday, and we see a competitive fight. Lamont Roach likes to get close. He doesn't have the longest arms in the world. He likes to get close. He's going to fight. He likes to bang in there. No puffy. You know what I'm saying? So I like to see Lamont and Shakur line it up because we know Tank ain't going to do it. Tank don't listen. He not interested. He want to fight people he could look good against. He want to fight people he know he could score a knockout against and he could look good against. Give me somebody who look good, but it's too early. He's still a little young. Don't have the IQ. I can get in there, break him down, and look good. That was Frank Martin. It looked good, man. Frank swole, he buff. Did you see Frank could fight? Frank decent. Frank, man, listen. Frank never had a chance, chat. Frank never had a chance, chat. Find me somewhere telling y'all Frank Martin had a chance, chat. He had a chance to represent himself well, and a lot of people thought he did. I didn't. I thought Frank could have fought harder. I really do. I think he gave Tank way too much respect prior to getting into the ring. And I think it was to his detriment. I think he could have fought a more aggressive style. I do. And I think he could have managed his gas tank better if he wasn't so nervous. It is what it is. He bought the bullshit. He should have went in there with no respect for that man and fought him the same way he fought, what's my boy name that he beat up real good that was supposed to be a big step-up fight for him at the time? Hold on, let me pull up Frank Martin resume. Let me pull up Frank Martin resume right fast. He fought what's my dog name? Michelle Rivera. When he fought Michelle Rivera, that was supposed to be a big step up fight for Frank, and he showed out. Put a real whipping on that boy. He should have came out with the same lack of respect for Tank that he came out with against Michelle Rivera. He should have came out there with the intentions to really punch on Tank. Tank a man. He's a human. He concerned about your power. He got to be. It's in his best interest to be. But shit, you gave him a reason to stop respecting you, and that's when he got you up out of there. So, I mean, what's next for Tank? Who knows? But we know it's going to be off-brand. That's my final prediction for that. We know that Tank going to fight some generic. He going to put something generic together.
Classic.
All right, now we got to move into another sports take real quick. Now, while we still with Classic Code Sports, we got to move into this conversation, chat. There's no way we can't have this conversation, chat. We got to have it. Michael Porter Jr. is out here tweaking in a real way. In a real way. If you a current NBA player, young in your career, it's early. Sports betting is at an all-time high because they done put it on the phone, right? You ain't got to drive to the casino somewhere and put you a bet in no more. They got it to where you could bet on somebody missing their first layup. You could bet on the first shot of the game being a 2 or a 3. These are bets you can't even make at a casino. So sports betting at an all-time high. As a current athlete, an NBA champion, and somebody who got a lot of years left in the NBA, why would you go on a podcast and say this? Listen to this chat.
Legalized state by state more and more. Yeah, guys,
There's a lot of shit coming out on players and shit.
Yeah,
MLB
we don't need to go there, but I'm saying as far as like, I'm assuming that like just what he's talking about.
What he was talking about. He's talking about Mikey fucking doing a deal with Puma for social media, making money.
No, but he then went into like a little bit more
the authenticity of the game, and we're talking about that, like the integrity of the game.
Yeah,
and
already, chat. Already, when he said the authenticity of the game, the integrity of the game, he should have stopped right there. As an active, let somebody retired say it. Let somebody retired say it. You don't say it, bro. If y'all want to know, step number 1 to messing up your own bag. Here you go.
Yeah, the sports gambling stuff can affect that a lot.
100%.
Think about it.
There you go.
You get mad at these dudes that do the sports betting, but think about if you could get all your homies rich by telling them, yo,
no shit,
bet $10,000 on my under. You know, this one game I'm gonna act like I got an injury, and I'm gonna sit out. I'm gonna come out after 3 minutes, and they all get a little bag because you did it one game.
Dummy.
Like that is so.
And he go crash out.
Game just talking just to go viral. You know what I'm saying? And then people are willing to pay them if they have a good social media presence. It takes away a little bit of like yeah.
I'm assuming that like just what he's talking about.
What he was talking about. He's talking about Mikey fucking doing a deal with Puma for social media, making money.
No, but he then went into like.
I'm replaying the chat. We got to hear this again. Why would you self-sabotage in this way? Listen to this. He's an active player.
A little bit more.
The authenticity of the game, and we're talking about that, like the integrity of the game.
Yeah,
and yeah, the sports gambling stuff can affect that a lot.
100%.
Think about it.
There you go.
You get mad at these dudes that do the sports betting, but think about if you could get all your homies rich by telling them, yo,
no shit,
bet $10,000 on my under. You know, this one game I'm gonna act like I got an injury, and I'm gonna sit out. I'm gonna come out after 3 minutes, and they all get a little bag because you did it one game. Like that is so not okay. But some people probably think like that. They come from
bro. Listen, if he wasn't under investigation before this, he's under investigation now, chat. Is he stupid or is he dumb?
Classic.
Michael Porter Jr. has been in the NBA for 6 seasons, chat. He's not riddled with injuries. He doesn't play a high impact style of basketball, not a lot of bumping and bruising involved in his game. He probably got another 6 to 10 years that he can stay in the NBA because he already got a niche. He a role player. He's not a star. They don't play through him on offense. You see what I'm saying? He like a third option on his team. So, but he can do what he does in the league for a lot of teams for a long time. If he would just shut up.
Classic.
why would you, as an active player, why would you sit here and say, you know, it's crazy to think like, you know, you can get a bunch of your homeboys rich by just telling them, yo, take the under on me. I'm gonna fake like I got a little injury and sit out after 3 minutes. Like, it's not okay. But, you know, some people probably think like that. You think like that. You just came up with a whole hypothetical that could be very realistic.
Classic.
If you don't think they got investigators watching every rebound and every shot that this fool, every turnover, every game that he sat out early, if you don't think they got him under investigation after saying this shit, y'all crazy as hell. This is a multi-billion-dollar business. You don't think they put the sports betting is even more. I was talking about the NBA. The sports betting is probably $1 trillion. I don't know, probably $1 trillion. You can't talk like that and you still hooping, bro.
Classic.
This guy is slow, man. He's a full-fledged crash.
Natural born crash dummy.
What? Come on. I can't even listen. Let's see how far he take it.
From nothing, and
100%.
all their homies have nothing.
100%.
And they're like, bro, if I come out of this game after 3 minutes and y'all all hit on my under, we're all getting a little bag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I obviously my brother went through his situation.
Oh God. Now he gonna bring his listen. Okay, his brother got hook, booked, and crook for the sports betting shit, got kicked out the league. It happened already. I bet. You gonna go on the podcast, bring it back up, gang? That's your real blood brother. Same mama, same daddy. You gonna go on the podcast and bring it back up, gang? You know, obviously my brother had his, man, your brother, didn't nobody even say nothing about your brother. Nobody brought up your brother. Nobody brought up this man brother, and he brought up his own brother to talk about how he got caught sports betting. Listen, look at him. Look at him. Now, this is where street smarts come into play. This is where being a Pookie might benefit you. Know when to shut up. What are you doing, Michael? That's how you know one. I hate to say it, chat. That's how we know one of his parents is Caucasian. We know one of your parents white. Ain't no way with two black parents you gonna be talking like this. This fool singing like a canary, chat. What is he doing? Yeah, my brother had his situation.
Classic.
What? I know his brother. Boy.
You know, Malik Beasley's going through a situation right now. Terry Rozier.
Oh, so he just go. Hey, put him in the interrogation room. You ain't even got to bring him a sandwich. He said he's ready to talk. He just name it.
Classic.
Hey, Michael Porter Jr. is a crash dummy for sure. For sure. Check this out.
There was in some hot water, but the whole sports gambling like entity, bro, it's bad, and it's only gonna get worse, bro. Like we really do get death threats. Like if you and the thing is you can't.
Somebody doesn't hit a parlay.
Crazy part is you can't win anymore because if I do too good, I'm messing up the people that bet on the under. And if they bet on my over, like, you know what I'm saying? So you're messing up some people's money. If they bet on your under or over, you're messing up some people's.
And you know what's crazy? You think about this, is only in probably like 13 states right now.
Well, no, I've never. Have you ever you've obviously gotten DM before, like, oh, you fucked my parlay,
bro. What do you remember? Who was the dude in the football playoffs? That missed the catch in the end zone.
Yeah,
what was his name? He played on the.
Was it this past year?
Boy, he looking for somebody's name, man. He loves saying names. He gonna try to think who was the dude. What's his name? I'm trying to say his name. Don't say his. Leave him alone,
Classic.
bro. Damn, Michael. Is his jersey number 12? What jersey? What number does he wear? He needs to wear number 12. He's the police. Michael Porter Jr. is the police, chat.
Past year, and he missed the catch. You know what I'm talking about?
He's trying to figure it out.
He had that catch right in the end zone. He's like one of the best.
Andrews.
If his social media, think about how much money. That's real death threats. They were like, bro, don't come back.
Yeah, I actually had action on him that game. I swear to God.
No, that was terrible. By the way, too, Lamar drove them back in that game like crazy. Chiefs shouldn't even have been there. You remember that game? It was like,
I remember
that was they.
So the man called unaliving threats. He got threats on his life about this missed catch, and it's over. It's past, and he's still alive, and everybody's calmed down. But all the people who lost all that money that sent him those threats, you're going to come on this podcast and bring it back up. You're going to come on here and bring it back up. We call that dry snitching. We ain't going to stay on this too long, chat. But Michael Porter Jr. been out here tweaking in the podcast space. Then I heard he went live. I seen him on a live stream talking about his brother again, talking about his brother's gambling addiction and this, that, and that. Like, yo, your brother might still could go hoop overseas. He might still could go, like, leave it, keep his name out your mouth. What is you doing? That's your brother, right? Act
Classic.
Like it. Michael, act like it, bro. That's your brother, right? Why are you talking about him, gang? It's not good. It's not, you're not saying nothing about, yeah, my brother, he's worked on his addiction and he hasn't gambled, since everything happened. You're not saying nothing like that. That's not what you're saying, Michael.
Classic.
See, man, hey, listen. If that's love and loyalty, Chad, I don't want it. We're moving on from the sports section. You know what I'm saying? We're moving on from the Michael Porter Jr. sports bet talk. That boy was tweaking. Now we finna head into the regular scheduled program and chat. You know what it is, the classic code.
There you go. Talk to him. Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold.
Yes, Lord. It's time to get in the regular scheduled program. And we got a reaction video today. We actually sliding over to the It's Given podcast with Sarah Fontenot and Nick Cannon. They sat down and had a conversation. And they got to a part of the conversation that I felt like I should react to with you guys. This actually lines up with the title from the live stream today. None of this means anything is what they were discussing. Let's go. Let me get back to that part. Let's see what we're doing.
My pontificating.
No, I love that.
You know what I mean? Because I know I don't have the answers.
Well,
I don't really. I'm like, honestly, like every question that I'm asked starts with, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's a powerful place to be.
You know what I mean? Because I don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I've been on the soapbox many times saying women have to be this way, or men have to be this way, or life should be this way. You gotta believe this. I think I'm getting to that space of Solomon where it's like, none of this really matters.
Yeah.
Now, when Nick Cannon say it, because he got, you know what I mean, a ridiculous amount of wealth and net worth. Y'all are listen, chat. When Nick Cannon say it, y'all hear him. But me, when I say it, y'all think I'm crashing out. I'll be on here telling y'all. They keep saying, oh, you better get right. Jesus coming. Come on. The aliens coming. Come on. Come on. The aliens coming. Jesus coming. The Anunnaki coming. Come on. The ice wall melting. Let it melt. Come on. When it's outside your control, listen, when it's outside my control, I ain't doing no worrying about it. It's outside of the scope of my control. Y'all will say the serenity prayer, but won't live by it. Nobody, I don't know one person that's here that asked to be here. I don't know one person that's here that asked to be here. So I ain't even asked to be here. So all this emphasis and all this weight y'all putting on this and putting on that and putting on this and that, I don't feel the same emphasis on those things. I don't. But let's see where they take it.
Except for the present.
Yeah.
And I think even in the mindset of like stoicism and like Marcus Aurelius, it's like,
oh, come on.
Those concepts of what a conqueror or a warrior experiences once he's conquered and gone to war and come home.
Yeah.
He just wants peace.
And I agree. I think that's really good. And I also think that it's not that I have all the answers. I'm just okay with them changing. If in this season, I'm saying promiscuity is not the answer, and 10 years down the line, I'm like, you know what? Do you sleep with them all, sis?
Right.
If that be
Listen. She is amazing at the art of double talking, chat. You understand me?
Classic.
Because what she just said, what the hell do that even mean? What she just said, what the hell do that? And I'm intelligent. I don't need you guys to agree or none of that shit. I know what's going on. What the hell do that mean? It's not that I have all the answers. I'm just okay with them changing. What do that even mean?
Classic.
I'm only gonna do this once.
Let's go back. I know. If I'm glitching, let me know, chat. You know, I'm only here for one reason, and that's to crack the code.
I know you see me trying to crack the code.
I'm only here for one reason. So if I'm glitching, help me out. But I don't know what the hell that means. It's not that I have all the answers. I'm just okay with them changing. It's word salad with olive oil and red vinaigrette. It's word salad. Let's go back a little bit, chat. Because what the fuck is she talking about?
And I also think that it's not that I have all the answers. I'm just okay with them changing. If in this season, I'm saying promiscuity is not the answer, and 10 years down the line, I'm like, you know what? Do you sleep with them all, sis?
Right.
If that becomes my truth, that's my truth.
Right.
One thing about me is I speak my truth in the moment that I'm in it. And we as humans, you know, we know we're all walking contradictions at the end of the day. Some just refuse to acknowledge it. I know I'm a walking contradiction.
Yeah.
I know that there are parts of me that really just don't make any sense, but two things can be true at once, you know, and I'm okay with that. So I feel like for me, I hear everything you're saying.
Y'all think that, chat? Y'all think we all walk in contradictions? My chat too quiet, man. Listen, hit the like button and get active in the chat. Y'all way too damn quiet today. I'm just saying, chat. I don't know what this is. I don't know if I got to crash out for y'all to get right, but go ahead, get situated. Let's go.
Classic.
Let's go. All right. But this is what she's talking about. We're not all walking contradictions. We're not. If you want to compare past to present, you could try to make us look like contradictions, but we have to evolve through something. So yes, the way you thought 5 years ago may not necessarily be the same way you think right now with regards to certain things. Does that make you a hypocrite, or does that make you a person who has grown and evolved? I think there's a thin line there. And before you just say we're all walking contradictions, I'm going to have to just go ahead and disagree. First off, all doesn't apply to anything, but I wouldn't even say the majority of us are walking contradictions. I wouldn't say the majority. Well, wait. When it comes to certain subjects. Let me walk it back and correct myself. When it comes to certain things, the majority of the people, at least in this part of the world, are definitely walking contradictions. For sure. When it comes to certain things. But to say we all, I don't know. Some of us solid, baby. I'm just saying. But let's let her finish her wisdom.
And I speak with conviction because I live the life that I talk about in front of these cameras.
Yeah.
And I love that for me. Because
You
there's
do
a lot
love
of
it.
people.
That's real talk.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that be in front of these cameras one way, and then they live in a whole different life.
But shouts out to them because like they trying to figure it out.
Yeah, but don't give advice on what you're the opposite of.
Why?
That's crazy to me.
Why?
It's called objectivity. If you're able to see things for what it is, it don't matter which path you chose, if you can still have an understanding of all the paths. If there's 6 different paths, you may have walked 3, but have an understanding of all 6. So because you're not walking on path E right now, or path, let's use numbers. If you're not walking on path 5 right now, does it mean you can't speak to path 5, even though you've been down it? Or because you've never been down path number 1, but you have people close to you, and so you empathize and sympathize with the things involved with going down path number 1. Can you not speak to that? Can you not give sound advice or offer at least some nugget of wisdom in regards to going down that path? I don't like that. I don't like you have to necessarily 100% be living this life to speak about certain things. Now, I will say this, depending on what you're talking about, it could not make sense. So like for the men who pander to women online successfully, right? Successfully. So they're making good money pandering to women online, but yet they've been doing it for years and remain unmarried. Those men are exposing themselves because your pandering begets you a certain type of attention from the woman. And from that attention that you've garnered yourself and the success that you've garnered yourself, surely you could pick a wife from all of these amazing women, because that's all your content is, right, brother? You get online and you talk about how men are the problem and men this and men that, and you say everything that a woman would want to hear you say. You have events. These men, they have events full of women, single. You know what I mean? But yet these men themselves have not taken up a wife. At that point, you could look and say, well, damn, you giving all this advice, and at the same time, it's like, ooh, like for me, for example, you'd be like, well, Classic, you say this and that, like you know about relationships or you know about women and you know this and that, but you're not married or woo. Yeah, but am I on here pandering? No, I tell y'all what's right and what's wrong, what's rare and what's the majority. I told y'all it's a needle in the haystack game. So you could try to say that, but it doesn't work in that situation. If I was pandering, if I was saying everything that women want to hear all day, and so now my DMs start filling up with dozens of female suitors, females just shooting a shot or, trying to see what's to it, just doing a little princess wave in my DMs. If my shit start hitting like that by dozen per day, surely if I was a pandering man and I see nothing but the good in women, I'd be able to pick a wife from that batch, surely. So yeah, in some regards, it don't make sense. And in other regards, you can still, exercise your objectivity. The people that pander too much on either side are outside of the scope of reality, in my opinion. You know what I mean? It's about, like I always tell y'all, my loyalty is to the truth. So whatever that is, today it might be, hey, fellas, I ain't gonna lie, I can't defend us today. Ooh, and I gotta tell it how it is. Tomorrow it might be, ladies, explain yourself. You feel me? That's objectivity, being able to sit in the middle and just see it clear. Let's go.
That's crazy.
Everybody else does it.
Nah.
Everybody's living a facade.
Damn.
Cap. That's cap. That's cap. Oh, shout out to the chat. Let's get active. There we go. Cortez coming in with the 333. Let's get it. He said, you don't have to walk everybody's path to know the road may not be smooth. Understand me? You cooking. He said, facts. Yeah, that's just what it is. That's just what it is, man. But yeah, we're going to do just a little bit more of this, then we're going to move on. Let's go.
I ain't met somebody who wasn't.
I don't feel like I live a facade.
You do.
I don't. A facade?
Sarah, is that your hair?
No, I got extra. And I'm wearing makeup.
You got on makeup.
Yeah,
These are facades
but,
as in society that we have stepped in. And there's nothing wrong with it. That's what I'm saying. I love all the facades.
No, I disagree with my whole heart. I think when you start something, you have to think about, okay, so let me give y'all an analogy. So when you start a season, you understand when the season ends and when it may potentially end, right? So if you start a season of football, depending on how good your team is, your season could end when the regular season ends, or it could end during some time frame inside the playoff window. But no matter what, the championship game is this date. So no matter what, even if we make it all the way to the end, the season ends here. That's a demarcation point, so to speak, right? We're closing this window. This season is over. The next time we come back, it'll be a new season, right? That's a demarcation point. When you start saying shit like everybody got a facade and it's okay, who sets the demark on when that season ends? Who tells you where and when to stop with your facade? Let's look up the definition of facade. Here at the Classic Codes, we're gonna get it together, man. This ain't the channel for dummies. You know what I mean? We gonna get it together. Okay, a facade. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Is this right? The face of a building, especially the principal front that looks onto a street or open space. No, that's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. Hold on. Okay, a facade is a superficial or false appearance, often used to conceal something's true nature. It can refer to the front of a building or a deceptive outward appearance. Fake, on the other hand, means something is not real or genuine, but made to appear so. So while both terms involve a lack of authenticity, a facade is more about the presentation of a false front. You understand me? So a facade, first off, the definition is telling us that it's more about physical appearance than anything, but you can kind of take it into being disingenuous as well, right? So they keep talking about everything as a facade. I just don't see that as true. This is my hair, this is my skin. I have a skincare regimen. That's why my shit glow when the light hit it like that. You understand me? That ain't oil. That's just smooth. My shit really like that. My beard really this soft. I put a certain, you know what I'm saying? I got a regimen. This ain't no facade. This real. This just me. I don't get nothing arched. I ain't got nothing, you know what I mean? This shit don't wipe off or nothing. So you can't say everybody. Not everybody, champ. You know what I mean? But I will say that there's a large portion of people who aren't necessarily walking out the house every day presenting themselves as themselves. But when you say everybody and then you say it's okay, so where do people stop at? Where do people stop at? What stops somebody from going all the way left with it? Oh, they said I could make up and present and be however I want to be. Outside could turn into Halloween. Nobody can tell you where to stop. That's why I wasn't with it. That's why I wasn't with it when they was doing all the identity shit. Let me educate y'all on the language about the identities and the gender specifications and the nouns and the pronouns and all this. Let me educate y'all on that. Let me educate you on this. You don't need to educate me on nothing, fam. You're not going to educate me on nothing. You're asking me to literally drop simple logic and acquiesce to delusion. I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. You asking me to participate in involuntary acting of a mental illness. I can see that this is Samantha. Been knowing Samantha since 2nd grade. It's Samantha. Somewhere along the lines, Samantha started thinking different for a multitude of reasons that we're not even going to talk about because we're going to keep this channel alive. Now, I've been knowing Samantha 20-something years, and all of a sudden, I'm supposed to call Samantha Sam like it's really a dude. No, fam. No, I'm not participating in that. So the whole concept of I think it's okay for everybody to put on a facade. That's how you get there. That's how you get there. Because I'm a grizzly bear. I'm a grizzly bear. I'm a grizzly bear. You better respect it. You better no. I know you can see me. I know you looking at me. I know I look like a human. I know I walk like a human. I talk like a human. I eat like a human. I know I look human, but I'm a grizzly bear. I'm telling you. I'm a grizzly bear. See what I'm saying? You can't tell people where to stop when you start that dumb shit. So I'm not with that. I'm not with what Nick talking about. You know what I'm saying? We know he must vote Democrat. He said, I do not agree with Nick. He said that's where the term came from. It started being used in the space of fronting. Yeah. We just did a little digging on it, did a little history on the word real quick. But we almost done with them. Let's go.
Look gorgeous sitting here.
I like the facade.
But and it makes you feel good.
But I'm saying the facade of my spirit and my character.
Well, see, that's
that
what
I don't facade.
Come on, man. Double talking. Look at Nick. Because he know it's double talk. Double talking. Double talking is happening here. She is the queen. She has made a lot of money double talking. Yes, I got a full face of makeup. Yes, I have a weave. Yes, these somebody else's eyelashes. Yes, these are added on fingernail tips. Yes, most of this shit here that you looking at is like some sort of an alteration of how I really am the way God made me. Yes, that's all a facade. But I don't facade my spirit and my. Come on, man. You got to sell the bullshit to somebody that's buying. You could put that on clearance. We ain't buying that. You could put that at TJ Maxx. We ain't buying that. No disrespect to TJ Maxx. We gonna stop in there and see what they got until we go.
Classic.
Come on, man. 333. Let's go. Shout out to April. What's going on? Chat 333 in the building.
Classic.
Yes, Lord. Okay. You on the move? It's all right. Throw me on the Bluetooth. We ready to go one on nobody. You already know I'm gonna hold it down. But my final thoughts on this: nothing means anything. Fundamentally, when they were talking about that part, I get with that. You know what I mean? I really do. People spend so much time figuring out the purpose of life and the purpose of all existence and why we are here and who put us here and who truly is God and what it really looks like. And everybody feel like they know and this, that, and the third. People spend all that time worrying about all this other shit from the past, the future, who finna come out the sky, all this stuff. And they don't spend no time being present. They don't spend any time being present. Do you realize, fundamentally speaking, the only thing that matters is literally right now? At all times. When you gain an understanding of that, you will stop tweaking. You will stop tweaking. The only thing that matters is right now. If you take right now for granted, then you plan like you feel like tomorrow was promised. You moving like tomorrow was promised to you. If you take right now for granted. And if you always thinking about yesterday, that's trauma. You got a stuck point. That's trauma. The only thing matter is the moment. Because it can end abruptly. You know what I mean? So that's it on the reaction. We're gonna move into the question of the day. But yeah, it's just what it is, man. Shout out to Sarah Fontenot. Y'all go tap in with the It's Given podcast.
Classic.
All right, we're moving into the question of the day, and then we got our TikTok reaction. Question of the day. Chat 333. Drop the threes. Make sure y'all hitting that like button for me. Make sure y'all hitting that like button for me. We're gonna take the Classic Code Sports stream down. All right, so if you was watching from Classic Code Sports, come over to the Classic Codes on YouTube or Twitch. We just the stream just ended on Classic Code Sports. Slide over to the Classic Codes on YouTube or Twitch to finish watching the stream.
Classic.
All right, so question of the day. Is handsome privilege real? How does it present itself? Is handsome privilege real, and how does it present itself? Fellas in the chat, y'all let me know what y'all think. Have y'all experienced any handsome privilege, whether it was the privilege given to you or bestowed upon you, or you've been around somebody who actually, benefits from handsome privilege on a regular basis, and so you've witnessed it? Y'all let me know if you guys have seen it, if it's real, and how it presents itself. Talk to me, chat. But while we wait on the chat to chime in, I'll give y'all my take on it. I think handsome privilege is very much real. With women, is more than just being handsome. But if we're staying on topic, handsome privilege is real. Being tall adds to it though, because if if you're considered by women to be a very handsome man, right? But you're 5'6", it can take away from you're gonna lose aura. You're gonna lose aura for that. But when you walk in 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", and you look like something, and you know what I mean? You look like something, you present a certain way. God forbid you be well spoken. You understand me? And then you have just the right hint of like just a sprinkle of bad boy energy on you. Yeah, you're gonna get some privilege when it comes to dealing with women. You definitely gonna get some privilege when it comes to dealing with women. And I'll tell you this, it's unfortunate because it could be crippling for some men. Men who don't have discipline, certain morals and principles instilled in them at a young enough age, and they handsome privilege start to kick in, a little bit sooner than they can grow up. It's put a lot of people in bad situations that they got to spend many, many years trying to climb back from. You know what I mean? Work their way back from. So I think that it's important to understand, what sets you apart from other men when you out here, in the world and dealing with these females and stuff like that. But with that understanding, I think it's you still got to operate inside of some discipline. I think it's going to be very important because if you don't, that's how you end up. Like we just got done covering Nick Cannon, and earlier in that interview, y'all can go watch the full thing on Sarah Fontenot on It's Given podcast channel. But earlier in that interview, she asked him about like how he got to a point where he was having so many kids by so many different women, and he spelled it out to a degree. But ultimately, I just heard a lack of discipline. you can explain it away 100 different ways. I just heard a lack of discipline. He had access to some shit that he wasn't ready to manage properly. Or who's to say if it's proper or improper? He had access to some things that he wasn't ready to manage inside of his best interest. But fortunately for him, he's also blessed enough to be able to afford what he's created. You know what I mean? His legacy, all them kids, the big ass village that he would call his whole family, between the women and the kids they got with him, the kids they got with others, though, like it's a big ass web that he's created for himself. But fortunately, you know, he's one of the people where money isn't something that he even has to think about. It's more so about the other things. It's more so going to be about his availability, his accessibility, his ability, you know, where do these women live in relation to each other, as far as on other sides of the country or whatever the case may be. Like, those are more so the things that he has to worry about. But yet and still, it goes back to the privilege. Cortez said, yes, handsome privilege is real. How does it present itself? I was giving y'all an example on a stream yesterday where I was saying, you know, like, I've definitely experienced handsome privilege before. Like, I'll be behind a guy in line at a store, and the cashier be a relatively all right looking woman, and she's giving the guy in front of me all type of off-putting energy or whatever, just doing her job, just ringing them out, regular shit, boom, boom, you know, have a good day, you know, just saying her script, no sauce on it, no nothing, just halfway rude, but on the cusp of like reasonable customer service type shit, just I've been here all day type energy. Boom, I step up to check out. She, hey, how are you doing today? Whole different demonstration. Oh, I'm well. How are you? I'm doing all right. Thank you so much for asking. You know what I mean? All right. Oh, yeah, that's what's up. I'm glad you're doing well. Got a long shift ahead of you? I'm just a generally kind person, right? Got a long shift ahead of you? No, I'll be getting out of here shortly, but I'm sure I'm ready to go, but I try not to complain. What do you have on? You smell really nice. Oh, okay. I see what this is. I see what this is. Okay. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? But the energy shift is crazy. And then, like, they get done ringing you out, checking you out. Boom, you get your merch. And then you see the next person step up to the register, and the tone go right back. How you doing? Hey, how you doing? Boop, boop. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen it. And the privilege in that instance, I mean, I wouldn't even say that's necessarily a good example of privilege, but you understand that you get treated. Well, I would say it is privilege, right? Getting some good customer service in the United States is a privilege these days. Shit. So, but yeah, just getting treated differently because you present differently. It's a real thing. Just like men, for example, if they want to put themselves in a position where they're demanding respect without demanding it, wear a suit for a day. Everything you're doing, just wear a suit for a day. Like, you got to go run errands, you got to go to the store, whatever. Throw a suit on. Go wear a suit for a day. Tie too. Tie, shirt, you know, button-up shirt, suit jacket, clean belt, nice, you know, good trousers. Put a comfortable, you know, put a comfortable but dressy shoe on, and just wear a suit and go about your day. Go get your groceries in the suit. Go shopping at the mall in a suit. You know what I mean? Stop at your cell phone, spot at the suit, in a suit, just wear a suit for a day and see how people treat you different. It's a real thing. See how people treat you different. For real. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I think that handsome privilege is a real thing, and I think it presents itself in a lot of different ways. I just gave y'all one example, but I mean, like I say, if you get the privilege, but you don't have the discipline to really manage it properly, you can put yourself in some bad situations. Now, if you do have the privilege and you know how to be manipulative for your own benefit, but without being emotionally destructive to people, you could use it in the business world, for example. You know what I mean? I had some handsome privilege that helped me out in corporate, but I never had to like do nothing strange for a piece of change or nothing. But when people like being around you for certain reasons, even if it's just being eye candy in the office, it could put you in different situations. You know what I mean? Where you can win. without no integrity being compromised or no nothing. So I definitely think it's a real thing. I think it's under talked about. You know, we talk about pretty privilege and all of that, and we talk about the how, you know, beautiful women had a world at their fingertips and things like that. But I would say that, you know, being a man that has handsome privilege, or being like one of those guys where it's like most rooms you walk into in general, women of all different ages find you to be attractive, I would say those men are more rare than the women who stop a room when they walk in. Like, there's whole ass countries of beautiful ass women. They just live in a country where everybody fine as hell, so it's not a big deal. But if they brought their ass over here and you dropped them off anywhere in the United States of America, they hitting. They a 10 out of 10. At the crib, they right at the crib, they are 8 because it's normalized. They come over here, they an 11. You know what I'm saying? They an 11. So, you know, but when it come to men like us, there's very few of us that's worldwide, globally, just a gorgeous guy to most women on the planet. There's very few of us. You know what I'm saying? So and I'm not saying I'm in that, I'm not even saying I'm at that tier. My aura is up for show, chat, but I'm not even saying I'm at that tier. But I'm just saying that's more rare. So, and it's because women are more particular than us. You know what I mean? So you have to really be a very unique fit to be like generally attractive to women globally, without it being about no bread either. Without it being about no bread, just the women across the whole planet just look at you and be like, oh, that's a, you know what I mean? That's a mastodon of a man. Chat 333 in the building. Jay Zilla, what's happening with it? What's happening with it, my boy? But yeah, that's what we got on the question of the day. Is handsome privilege real, and how does it present itself? Souls that thought I'm late. Nah, you here? You right on time. We winding down though. I don't have a lot of time. I can't do a 2-3 hour stream right now. I got some things I got to take care of, especially if I'm gonna be able to tap in with y'all tonight on your panel. I know I wasn't able to get on there yesterday, but I'm trying to make some time. So I'm gonna have to, you know, not cut my stream short, but keep it right at the hour 15 mark. You understand what I'm saying?
Classic.
Yeah, that's it for the question of the day. We got the TikTok reaction and we got the code language conversation. So the TikTok reaction, let's slide over to TikTok. I just want to bask in this for a moment. You know what I mean? That's all I want to do. I want to bask in this for a moment. Now listen. So we had a conversation, me and the No Middleman panel. Make sure y'all tap in with Souls of Thought, Conversations with Soft Rain and Uncle Plug TV. Me and the No Middleman panel, we had a conversation, and I was talking about how black folks talk about, you know, I was pretty much talking about how black folks use the wrong characteristics, like the right characteristics at the wrong time and on the wrong people and this, that, and the third. So like we'll be tough when it comes to like fighting each other in the hood, but we won't be tough when it comes to standing up to our so-called oppressors, right? Or we'll be, you know, violent in the hood, but we won't be violent when it's time to actually, like I said, stand up to our so-called oppressors, right? And stuff like that. We talk about how, you know, men can't be men anymore. And we talk about the conduct and the protocol. These are things we talk about on my channel. We talk about the conduct and the protocol that women should take when a man is having to be a man, how they should conduct themselves, where they should place themselves, whether they should go all the way to the car, whatever they should do. This right here, this video right here on TikTok is how I like my black folks. This is how I like my black. If you must cause a scene, if you must be the black people who done stop the whole whatever is going on and everybody is glued in on what the hell is happening over there, right? If that must be the case, be in the right and be bold. Stand on business. This how I like my black people. Let's go.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck this game. He's fucking with me. You fucking with me. I come in here. I said I don't be up there and don't fuck with nobody. You fucking with me. I ain't giving you shit. I ain't trimming the grass. I don't miss all the games for nothing. That bitch came to put her fucking hands on me, and you did the same shit. Yo, pussy ass bitch. Yo, I know you ain't. Yo, nigga, I done did my time.
Yeah. Police officer said, I haven't touched you yet. He said, I know you ain't. Yeah. This This how I like my black
Classic.
folks. Me and him could be best friends. You understand me? Y'all look at him, y'all like, oh, he crashing out. He's not crashing out. Let me before I replay this and play it all the way through from the top. Let me show y'all something, chat. He not crashing out. Let me show y'all something, chat. Here go the side story. Check it out. Here go the side story, chat. So, full video. Officer tried to put him out at the first game at the location when a white lady put her hands on him, and he told her, "Don't put your hands on me." And that's when the officer came over and told him that he had to leave without any knowledge of the situation. So Mr. 8-Ball jacket, they talking about his jacket that he took off, he left. This video at the second game at this location. And as y'all can see, the game just started, and the officer yet again tells him that he has to go. That's when the video starts. So he's not wrong. Technically, based on the information that has been provided, this man came to a game to watch his son play basketball. A white woman assaulted him, meaning put her hands on him without his consent. He told her, instead of protecting himself to the fullest extent of the law, because once she put her hand on him without his consent, he had the right to clear her ass down the bleachers. That's by law. Oh, understand me? So he extended grace, which I tell y'all black folks, y'all do too much. And I'm not saying y'all like I ain't with y'all. I'm just not a real gracious motherfucker in situations where you shouldn't be gracious. You understand me? So she put her hands on him. That's assault. And she went and played Karen, told the police officer, because she probably didn't, based on the way he talks very directly in straight lines. He probably told her, "Don't put your hands on me," with a tone that she didn't like at all. Maybe she felt threatened, but she shouldn't have touched him. She went and played Karen and told the police. The police asked him to leave. He complied with them and left. Came back to a later game to try to watch his son play basketball, and the police come over here messing with him again. And this is where the video starts, and this is how I like my black folks.
I keep it cool with this shit. I ain't gonna shit. I don't give a fuck. Fuck this game. He's fucking with me. You fucking with me. I come in here. I said I don't be up there and don't fuck with nobody. You fucking with me. I ain't giving you shit. I ain't trimming the grass. I don't miss all the games for nothing. That bitch came to put her fucking hands on me, and you did the same shit. Yo, pussy ass bitch. Yo, I know you ain't. Yo, nigga, I done did my time. I'm not worried about none of that shit you think you doing. I ain't giving you shit. Nothing. No, I'm not. What are you talking about? Came back here and said, stop. Give me my son. I give my son. What? Go get my son. I want my son. I want my son. I just want my son. Just give me my son. You ain't got nothing better. Just give me my son. You wait outside. Wait outside. I am. I'm waiting for my son. Go call Becca. Go call Becca. I'm waiting for my son. I want you to go call Becca. I want you to go call Becca. I already did. And understand something. He don't have to give him his ID. And that's why he's not. And that's why he's not being detained. You understand that the law is not being broken? He does not have to give that man his ID, and he know he don't. You heard what he said? He said, "I did my time already. I'm not worried about none of that, what you doing." What people do that do time is they read. He knows he doesn't have to provide this officer with his identification. That's why he has not done it. And that's why the officer technically can't do anything about it. He hasn't touched the officer. You can curse the police out and you can call them what you want. Trust me, I know. I done it. I crashed out on the police in my front yard. Told them they was going to have to use all that what they had on the tool belt for me. Facts. My mama crying. Come back in the house. Hell no. No. I dial here for mine. No, you're not respecting. You're not disrespecting nothing. Still know the badge numbers. Let's do it. So this how I like my black folks. You understand me? And I'm not moving from off this bleacher until you go get my child. And then I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave with my child. You're not telling me to wait for my child outside, and I'm gonna wait for my child right here. And then my child gonna come out, and then we gonna leave. And we ain't did shit wrong. And matter of fact, and when we leave, we gonna go to the police station. And we're going to go ahead and file a report so we can get on the phone with the lawyer and press charges on the white lady that touched me, the officer that touched me, because both of y'all assaulted me. Yeah. And then we're going to press charges on the school and the school district. Somebody going to come out of pocket for my inconvenience because that's what they'll do. You understand me? I tell you all the time, black people don't sue enough.
I've been waiting to be at the store and somebody touch me and I don't want to be touched. You look like what you drive? You drive it's a BMW outside. Classic. Don't touch me. Don't touch and consider the lawsuit grace because they work. You understand me? Classic. Yeah. Y'all don't. Yeah. This how I love this shit right here. I done stood on it. Oh man, I wish International Ken was in the chat today to let y'all know how I done stood up with the law. I wish International Ken was in the chat today. Let y'all know how I done stood up with the law. Fuck is y'all talking about? When that George Floyd thing was going on and how the police was moving. Yeah. I ain't gonna say too much. Allegedly, all for content creation purposes and entertainment.
Man, calm down. I ain't calm down, nigga. You calm down, nigga. Since you wanna act like one, I'm gonna call you one. You're gonna be coming push fast too.
Yeah, and the sister that got under his skin. He talking about some, ma'am, calm down. No, she not gonna calm down. This man is being harassed, and I commend all the black women around for staying out the way. They stayed back. They kept them phones rolling, and they stayed out the way. They let this man be a man. I didn't hear no woman in the back telling that man when he was standing on business with the police. I didn't hear no woman in the back telling that man, relax, they gonna do something to you. Don't talk to the officer, man. Listen. Cayete. Man shit going on. Shush. I don't give a fuck how you feel about how I'm handling myself right now. There's some man shit happening, and your job is to stay out of it. So kudos to all these women. Like I always tell y'all, good women be loud. Classic. I loved everything about this when I came across this. I said, ain't no way I'm not reacting to this shit right here.
You can't criminally trespass me. I have the right to be here. My child is here. No, that's not how it works. We ain't worried about leaving. Let's go. Give me my child. This is my child. That's why we messed up. Let's go.
You understand me? And the police still trying to get the ID. Let me get your ID. Let me see your ID. All you could do is request it. Depending on what city and state they in, all you could do is request it. I don't gotta show you nothing. I don't have to show you nothing. And if you touch me unlawfully, you understand. I'm talking about the whole tool belt you're gonna need. Classic. You're gonna need that whole tool belt. You're gonna have to turn your ass better turn into Batman whipping shit off that belt. I'm talking because it only take one. You understand me? It only take one. We got to get back to standing on business. I could watch this shit 3 more times with y'all, but I'm not, because like I told y'all, I'm on the time restraint. This is how I like my black folks. The link to the person who clipped this up will be in the edited version of this video, like always. This is how I like my black folks. Classic. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. All right, we moving into the code language conversation, and then I'm out. I got 10 minutes for y'all, chat. So today, the code language conversation is on social engineering. I always speak about social engineering, but I realized I hadn't did a code language on it yet. So today is the day. You understand? So social engineering, the use of centralized planning in an attempt to manage social change and regulate the future development and behavior of society. Again, I'll read it one more time. Social engineering, the use of centralized planning in an attempt to manage social change and regulate the future development and behavior of society. So essentially what I'm speaking about when I refer to the majority of the population or the unenlightened people being sheep, it's literally what I'm talking about. Social engineering works like a charm. There's a multitude of examples of how social engineering works. And it's literally why the powers that be can shift and move you guys in waves. And when I say you guys, because I'm speaking from the position of an enlightened person, right? So I'm not with the flock, right? Or the herd. I'm not with y'all no more. I got the glasses on. But for those who are, it's the reason why when they say trending, you know, like for a while, everybody wore their clothes baggy. And then the clothes got tighter and tighter to the point where grown ass men who were over 200 pounds were putting their legs into skinny jeans. This is what was happening outside.
Classic.
Based on the proportions and the make and model of your body, right? As a man, understand, there's certain things that you shouldn't try on. If you are made to wear, they're called skinny jeans. They're probably for skinny people. If you 5'8", 5'9", 210 pounds, skinny jeans were never for you.
Classic.
But you were socially engineered into skinny jeans. I never wore skinnies. I wore fitted. I never wore skinnies. That's not my thing. And then also, men, we have a different anatomy from women. And so you also had people socially engineered into wearing pants that weren't the right inseam. And now you out here with your junk in the streets all day, which is inappropriate because you got a bunch of men outside trying to raise little girls.
Classic.
That's just one example. Fashion trends, that's social engineering. Now they got all y'all ass wearing y'all pants. Bell bottoms then came out back. And the baggy bottoms and the flare bottoms, whatever y'all come out with a new name. Them bell bottoms, nigga. They bell bottoms. They got y'all outside wearing bell bottoms now. But me personally, I'm still a fitted jeans type of dude.
Classic.
You not catching me in no bell bottoms. That's one thing I could give my mother credit for, specifically. When we used to go school shopping, we always went with Mom Dukes. She'd give me and my brother a budget. And she used to tell us, this how much you get to spend to get, each of y'all got to spend. Go look for stuff. And I'll come back with like 2 items because I'm trying to get the trendy shit. She done gave us 110 each. I'm coming back with some FUBU shorts and a FUBU shirt. And maybe I can get some socks. She like, you gonna wear that every day to school? I'm like, well, this all I could get with the budget. Ooh, she was like, right. So don't get that. You need clothes. That's an outfit. And that's when she started talking to me about putting together something that looked nice that ain't got nothing to do with no name brands. Just putting together a nice outfit. She like, look at this shirt. She like, this a whole rack of sale shirts. These sale shirts is $5 a piece. You can get 10 of these. Then you got these Levi jeans on sale, 3 pairs for back then, 3 pairs for 40 or something like that. She like, you can get 3-4 pair of jeans and about 10 shirts and mix and match all school year within your budget. And then you got an extra $10 left to throw on your sneaker budget to get you maybe 2 pair of shoes instead of 1. She showed me the game. My mama told me, she said, you a handsome man. You look good. You're a handsome young boy. You look good. You don't have to wear these name brands for you. She like, there's not going to do anything extra for you. So shout out to my mama for teaching me early not to be socially engineered.
Classic.
Yeah. She taught me early. Don't be socially engineered. Don't be herded. Don't be herded. You know what I'm saying? Don't be shepherded by the wrong people. We all need mentorship at different points. We all need guidance at different points, leadership at different points, but don't choose the wrong shepherd. Being led by daddy government, being led by the propaganda and the media, that's not it for you. That's not it for you. That's all just to get your bread, keep you a consumer forever.
Classic.
Same thing with religion. People hate to talk about it. I'm not uncomfortable talking about it. It's why I bring it up. But it's the same thing with religion. It's just more social engineering. You got to understand where there was a time period where big chunks of the world were polytheistic. They believed in multiple different gods, and it was normal. There was a time where you had Vikings who believed in Valhalla and all of that. You got all these different belief systems that are ancient, that predate the ones that are prominent today. It's social engineering. At some point, somebody was pushing Zeus and Pegasus and all of them on niggas, and everybody bought it. At a different point, somebody started pushing, Moses and the Mosaic laws and this, that, and the third. And at a different point, somebody started pushing the New Testament and Jesus and all of that. It's social engineering, fam. You know what I'm saying? It's all social engineering. So I'm just saying that to say this. Understand that the matrix to a degree is a real thing. Understand that red pill and seeing things for what it is a real thing. And understand brainwashing is a real thing. Social engineering is a form of brainwashing. They showed you another great illustration of social engineering. They cloned Tyrone. If you go watch that movie on Netflix where they played the hip hop music in the club and everybody started acting a certain way and it zombified them. Literally, people are like zombies. They get told through propaganda how to be, what's important, what to think, how to feel, what to do, what's a guy, what's a girl, what isn't, what means something, what it don't mean no more. They just tell you and y'all just go with it. Social engineering works like a charm. It's a psychological thing. And the only way to get around it is to understand that you're being programmed. But they tell you, television programming, vision programming. They tell you. That's why I say people with the magic glasses on, they just see it for what it is. You hear the word television programming and you just like, oh, that's just what it's called. No, it's right in front of you. You can't find your glasses because they on your face. It's right in front of you. You ever been looking for your glasses? Damn, I can't find my glasses. I can't find my glasses. Motherfucker be like, did you check the mirror? You open the bathroom mirror talking about, damn, they're not in the cabinet either. No, fool, close the mirror. Boom, look at yourself. Do you have your glasses on? Damn, they is on my face. The shit was in front of me the whole time. That's how it be. That's how it be. So when you understand what you don't understand and you understand the things that you can't understand, then you got to understand it. You understand? But yeah, Jay Zilla said you got it. Facts. Facts. Shout out Jay Zilla in the chat. But yeah. So that's what we got on social engineering, chat. 333 if you still with me, man. But that's it for the code language conversation of the day on social engineering. Yes, Lord.
Classic.
All right, so we right up at the time. I wanted to keep it about 1:15 for y'all. We had 1:11, chat. But if y'all got anything to say it now. You know I need y'all to do all the free shit for me. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications. If you've done all those things already, tell somebody new about the channel. Let them know they might like it. We got a lot of good work over here, a lot of good content, a lot of good conversations. Hopefully y'all will see me tonight on the panel. I got a few things to take care of, but if I'm back in time, y'all will be able to catch me tonight on Souls of Thought, Uncle Plug TV, and Conversations with Soft Rain panel, the No Middleman panel. So make sure y'all tap in at 8:15, 7:15, somewhere around there, Central Standard Time.
Classic.
Jay Zilla said, I enjoyed it. I will look up social engineering tomorrow. Oh, most definitely. Definitely do
Classic.
that. But if y'all don't do nothing else, make sure y'all do one thing for me. Stick to the codes. We got another classic.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold.